Have you ever thought to yourself, I really want to speak English fluently, but I don't know how to practice? You study English, you watch videos, you learn vocabulary, but when it comes to actually speaking, you don't know where to start. And because of that confusion, days pass, weeks pass, and your fluency stays exactly the same. And that's the biggest problem most learners have. They want to speak confidently, they dream of speaking confidently, but they don't have a clear, simple practice routine that actually improves their speaking. Think about this for a moment. If someone wants to get fit, they know exactly what to do. I mean, exercise. But when someone wants to speak English fluently, they often have no idea how to train their speaking muscles. So they keep waiting for a perfect moment, a perfect environment, a perfect speaking partner, and in this waiting, their fluency never grows. But what if you had a simple plan? What if you knew exactly what to do every day to make your English speaking stronger, faster, and more confident? That's what this video is about. Today, I'm going to give you 3 easy, practical speaking methods that you can do anywhere. At home, while walking, while studying, even when you're alone. These methods don't need a teacher, a friend, or a classroom. They only need you and a few minutes of your time. And if you practice speaking the right way, your brain starts building fluency automatically. You stop freezing, you stop overthinking, you stop translating. Your sentences start coming out naturally. That is the goal of this video. To give you a simple, realistic speaking routine that actually makes you fluent. So let's begin, because every minute you delay speaking practice is a minute you delay your fluency, and I don't want you to delay anymore. Now let's talk about the first method, and trust me, this one can transform your speaking faster than you think. It's called listen and respond out loud. And it is one of the fastest ways to train your brain for real speaking. Now, let me explain why this is so important. Most learners spend hours watching English videos, listening to native speakers, and understanding everything perfectly. But they do all of this silently. They never actually use their voice. And when you don't use your voice, your brain never gets the message that says, hey, we need to speak. We need to form sentences. We need to respond. So you become great at understanding English, but weak at producing English. This is exactly why you freeze when someone suddenly asks you a question. Your brain has English, but your mouth has no practice delivering it. So here's what you need to do. Whenever you're watching an English video, don't just watch it passively. Listen to one sentence, pause the video, repeat it out loud, and then change it using your own life. For example, if the video says, I went to the park yesterday, you repeat, I went to the park yesterday, then make it yours. I went to the market yesterday. I didn't go anywhere yesterday. Now, why does this help so much? Because you're doing 3 things at once. You're speaking with your real voice, you're building your own sentences, you're practicing real communication. Even 60 seconds of this practice can improve your speaking more than watching 30 minutes of English silently. But why? Because speaking fluency grows only when you produce English, not when you quietly absorb it. And here's the best part. You can do this anywhere, in your room, on a walk, while watching a vlog, while learning from a lesson. It's quick, it's natural, and it trains your brain to stop freezing and start responding automatically. Now, once you get comfortable responding out loud, there's another simple habit that can boost your speaking confidence even more. And the best part is, you can do it anytime, anywhere. It's called daily micro self-talk. Now, I'm not talking about long speeches or complicated sentences. I'm talking about tiny, real-life sentences that reflect what you're doing, seeing, or thinking. Just for 30 seconds, 1 minute, or 2 minutes. And you might wonder, why does this matter so much? Why does this help my fluency? Because this habit trains your brain to think in English, not translate into English. And the moment you stop translating, your fluency speed increases instantly.
Think about it. Every time you think in your native language and then try to convert it into English, you create a delay. And that delay is exactly what makes you freeze or lose confidence when speaking. Micro self-talk removes that delay. For example, if you're making tea, you can simply say, "I'm boiling water right now. I'm making tea for myself." And if you're getting ready to go somewhere, you can say, "I need to leave in 10 minutes. I can't find my phone. I think the weather is nice today." These might look like simple sentences, but they do something very important. They help your brain get comfortable producing English instantly, without planning, without fear, without hesitation. And remember, confidence doesn't come from big, perfect sentences. Confidence comes from feeling familiar with English, from using it in tiny moments over and over again. There's another powerful benefit of this habit. It removes the fear of "what should I say?" You don't need a topic. You don't need a partner. You don't need a script. You just talk about your life, the most natural and easiest thing you can talk about. And because the sentences are about you, your mind doesn't freeze. It already knows the information. It only needs to express it in English. If you do this even 2 or 3 times a day, something interesting starts to happen. Your tongue becomes more active. Your sentences come faster. Your mouth gets used to speaking. And when someone speaks to you in English, your brain doesn't panic because it's already in speaking mode. Micro self-talk is like tiny workouts for your fluency. Now, let's talk about a technique that has helped thousands of learners around the world speak more confidently, more naturally, and with a lot more fluency. And that technique is shadowing. If you've never heard of it before, let me quickly tell you why it's considered one of the most powerful speaking methods ever created. Shadowing is basically a training exercise where you speak at the exact same time as a native speaker. Imagine playing a short video or audio clip, and instead of waiting, instead of repeating afterwards, you try to speak with the speaker, matching their voice, their rhythm, their tone, everything. It almost feels like your mouth is trying to catch up with the flow of real English. And that's exactly why this technique works so well. You see, when you shadow someone who's fluent, your brain doesn't get time to overthink grammar, tenses, mistakes, nothing. Your brain goes into real-time mode. Your mouth starts copying the natural movements that fluent speakers make. Your listening improves because you're hearing real English and producing it at the moment. And slowly, without even noticing, you start sounding more natural, more smooth, and more confident. That's the power of shadowing. It trains your fluency the same way athletes train their muscles, through repetition, speed, and real-time action. So, how do you do it? It's actually very simple. Pick a small English clip. It could be a motivational speech, a short vlog clip, a movie dialogue, whatever you enjoy listening to. First, listen to it normally once, just to understand how the person is talking, their speed, their style, their energy. And then play it again, but this time start speaking with the speaker. Don't pause the video. Don't worry if you miss a word. Don't stop if you fall behind. Just keep going, keep matching, keep flowing. At first, it might feel chaotic. Your voice may overlap. You may get confused. You may miss a lot. But slowly, your tongue begins to catch the rhythm. Your mouth starts following the pattern. Your voice becomes more stable, and every new attempt feels easier than the previous one. And when you do this consistently, you'll be shocked at how quickly your speaking becomes smoother. Shadowing doesn't just teach you English, it teaches your brain how to sound fluent. So, these were 3 simple but extremely powerful ways to practice English speaking. And the best part is that you can start all of them today, right after this video. Remember, fluency doesn't come from watching 100 videos or memorizing rules. It comes from actually using English. Even a few minutes of real practice, done consistently, can create a huge difference in the way you speak. If you truly want to sound confident, natural, and fluent, then pick at least one of these methods and start using it from today. And before you leave, I'd love to know something. Which method are you going to try first? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this video and you want more practical lessons that actually help you speak better, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, keep practicing, keep improving, and keep moving closer to fluency every single day.